It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jeff Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cavaliers group has been getting things done. It's been an ideal start to their regular season. So often you see teams plodding through the early part of the schedule, trying to find the right lineup combinations and the playing style that suits them. That has not been the case with them. They've been hitting on all cylinders since day one. Well, guys, so much of what Kevin Love can do on the floor doesn't even show up on the stat sheet. Well,
Hey, got some Cavs uniforms in the crowd.
Looking down upon the Tower Bridge, spanning the Sacramento River, here in the capital of California. We're going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barrett. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. He won't be sitting here, and Fox injured. He won't be suiting up.
Yeah, it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, well, I tell you, when they had to help.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Sacramento Kings coach Dave Yeager started out coaching in the minor leagues. And every year he'd attend NBA training camps, but especially one.
Thanks, David. And it's clear that Coach Yeager is a details guy, an impressive young coach. They're getting some early returns on the season, Brent, for top teams that are already looking great. How early is too early to start thinking about things like home court advantage?
Well, it's kind of like Christmas, Kevin. It's never too early
Right.
to start thinking about the home court advantage. You know, a lot of veteran teams will tell you that they're not concerned about whether their game would travel come playoff time. But home court advantage is something that they would all like to have, trust me.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Wells, and it's garbage man in at the center position. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
The Kings shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the Cavs' big three completed with the trade of #1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Brent, if they had to do it all over again, you still think they make that trade?
Absolutely, Kevin. They brought a championship to Cleveland, a drought of 54 years. And Kevin Love was a big reason why they got to the top of the mountain. So I would absolutely make that trade.
The feed now to Heel. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Love. And even 3-on-3 break. LeBron kicks to Wells. Hill against Thomas. Pass to garbage man. 6 to shoot. Yep, that one goes.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop the layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now, here is Hill. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Minnesota. Kufis the pass to Heel. Dishes to Bogdanovich. Off the screen. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. Cleveland with the ball, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
And always tough on the road, but that attack mindset that they brought offensively, I really felt like that set them apart.
And sometimes when you're pushing the action, you can see some great teamwork, and then all of a sudden the individuals on your team can take over. All of that here tonight.
The Kings have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Hill kicks to Bogdanovich to the left side wing. There's the dish to Heel. Bogdanovich against LeBron. It's good. Thomas with the ball. And he really played well against Denver. Gets it to LeBron. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I just don't ever want to take for granted the fact that LeBron James is simply one of the greatest basketball players that's ever played the game. Am I overstepping it? Not at all. He is just as complete as it gets.
And when it's all said and done, Brent, do you think LeBron James goes down as the most versatile player in NBA history?
There's no doubt about it, Kevin. If you talk about a player that had the consistent dominance that LeBron James had in every facet of the game, from the moment he stepped into the NBA, it's been a remarkable run for him. And when he steps between those sidelines, there's really nothing that he cannot do. And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Here is Garbage Man. He had 25 points in the win against Denver.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
And it's LeBron missing. The Kings trail by 4. And here's Bogdanovich. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Heel dishes to Webb over Love. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. James the pass to Thomas. It's stolen by Hill. And oh, here we go. Hill, nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. Hill's got his first bucket of the night.
There's your run out. Great individual play.
Yeah, beats the transition defense up the floor, and then the easy finish. Boy, those feel good.
Here's Thomas. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And for Sacramento, they're shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Webb kicks to Kufis.
Wrong button.
Back to Webb. And another shot. Got a hand on it.
Yeah, this is where you might elect to pass out of the slump rather than shoot out of it.
And Thomas has it in the corner.
Oh, come on, Isaiah.
Another miss. The Kings trailing. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's all evened up. Bogdanovich has got his second basket of the night.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the flow.
Thomas against Hill. They set the pick. Shoots off the screen. And it's wide. It's off the rim.
Well
Isaiah.
executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen to complete the play.
Knocks it loose. Shot clock at 6. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Thomas, it's a wide open look.
There he goes,
He's
Dave.
the long-range jumper. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Kings trail by 3. Heel dishes to Bogdanovich. He kicks it to Hill. And here comes Thomas, leading the fast break. Basket counts. Thomas got 5 now.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
Hill kicks to Bogdanovich. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested 3 is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
And that is a statement. We're going to keep coming at you hard, even if we've got the lead.
Hill with it. Now guarded by Garbage Man to end the run. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
LeBron against Bogdanovich. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
And LeBron down there amongst the trees, carving out a little space and hitting the 2.
Hill passes to Webb. Thomas against Hill. Over Thomas, and the basket by Hill. Now Wells, another guy who really kicked it up a notch for them in that Nuggets game. He dishes it to Thomas. Love with the screen on Hill. Passes to Wells. Fires the 3. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
And Bogdanovich kicks to Kufis. That one, no good. And Cleveland the other way now. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
It's a pick by Love. Feeds it to Wells. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. By Hield, nobody around, and James pulls it down.
That's a wide open shot. Sadly, he came up short.
The Kings trail by 7. Bogdanovich wide open. No good from outside. So for Sacramento, their last game, a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
And you know what? They were giving away points, missing at the line. A big factor in the outcome.
I'm just wondering if this home crowd and the energy worked against them in this one. They might have gotten in their heads just a little bit.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. So, Brent, certain players are known for getting into people's heads. Who is a guy you played against that really challenged your mental toughness?
I'll give you 2 examples, Kevin. As an opponent, I would tell you that Vernon Maxwell was one of the more less cerebral and more in-your-face aggressive players that I ever faced as an opponent. But on the flip side of that, Kevin, there were guys I played with that sometimes would challenge you mentally. In particular, one Gary Payton in Seattle. Always interesting to see how he approached the game, and sometimes even his own teammates.
You always welcome the challenge, I'm sure.
Well, I take it head on. I mean, that's what guys do. They're paid to compete.
Down low, there's Garbage Man.
They're pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
So nice to have the early lead. This is where you want to stick with what's working until somebody shuts you down.
Mason kicks to Jackson. Bogdanovich against Crowder, trying to get back on track, and he hits the jump shot. Bogdanovich has got 9 points. Cleveland leading by 9. Outside Rose. There's the pick. Thompson passes to Garbage Man. He used that pick to get in close. He's got 8.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Sacramento's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Mason kicks to Cauley-Stein. The pass to Mason. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Here's Bogdanovich. Offline with his 3.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Over in the corner, Rose. Off target from outside. The Kings trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
That one goes in. The Cavaliers shooting at a nice 53% rate to start the game. They are sticking to the campaign. Smith left side. Here's the screen. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Smith's got his first points of the night.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Jackson kicks to Bogdanovich. Cauley Stein with the screen for Bogdanovich. Back to Jackson. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short. The Cavaliers leading by 11. And the wide open shot from Crowder. And the first shot of the night for him missing. Pass to Mason. Takes a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mason's got his second bucket tonight.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
Mason against Rose. The screen from Thompson. Outer dishes to Thompson. J.R. Smith on the wing. Trying to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. Jackson. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We've got more in store for you right after this. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Kuvas checked in for Yorgos Papagiannis. Webb comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. On the heel, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And George Hills subbed in for Mason. Webb out there with Costa Kuvas. Then there's Buddy Hield, and there's Jackson, and it's Hill in at one. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Tremendous focus with the bigger guy all over him. It speaks to the toughness he has down there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Garbage man in the last game against the Nuggets played really well. He ended up with 25 points and came out of nowhere defensively, blocking shot after shot in an incredible effort. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. He lifted his game to an unreal level that night.
Yeah, he showed how dangerous he is when he's at his best. And man, he'd love to keep that hot streak going here tonight.
Would you guys be surprised if he doesn't keep it going? I mean, the only way to follow up a game like that is with an even better one. LeBron takes on such a massive responsibility season after season and has just become so devoted to maintaining his health. That's the remarkable thing about his career. He just doesn't miss time with injuries. And if you've ever watched LeBron in the offseason, in between practices, in between games, the guy is a flat-out machine.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Ball's knocked loose. Wells with the steal. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. It's Thomas outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
I'm not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Hield the pass to Webb. And the rejection by Love.
This has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line. Kevin Love, such a versatile offensive player who can pass, who can shoot with range. I like him looking to score inside to get himself going, and that's the way that the offense has tended to go. First quarter seems to belong to Kevin Love.
And you can't defend Kevin Love with smaller players. He can take him down on the block.
Well, he can back them up a little bit, Kevin, then go to either hand. Use the right, use the left, and shoot the jump hook over the top. And then sometimes, if he slows himself down, has a great pump fake to draw in the contact.
And each coach has his strengths and they've got weaknesses, but if you needed someone to drop a play to get you one bucket out of a timeout, who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So if I can get James Harden to the line, and then one LeBron James. That's not a bad list of guys to turn to if I need 2 points.
Absolutely. And then what coach would you have draw up that play?
If I don't say pop, my life will cease to exist. I'll say Greg Popovich in late game situations does a marvelous job. Not only, Kevin, of getting the ball to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
Hield kicks to Kufis. There's the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 14. LeBron James on the wing.
Come on, LeBron. How's that my turnover?
And a look down at the 4 areas where shots can come from. To paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Cavaliers.
And clearly, this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined
Oh shit, that's my turnover.
to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
To the wing right side. Wells wide open. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. 8 points for Shammy Wells.
Yeah, LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
Hill with out guarded by Wells. Here's Hield. That's tipped.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Come on, LeBron.
And Thomas has it in the corner. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
2074. Keep
Hield
shooting.
dishes to Kufis. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. For 3, Hill drills the three-pointer. Hill's got 9.
If they're going to win this game, he's going to require just a little bit of help. Many of the shots he's taking are finding the hoop.
James against Bogdanovich. Nice shot by James. He's got 15.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a
even
terrific
getting
first quarter.
touches at this
He
point.
is feeling it here in the second.
They set the pick. Hield the pass to Bogdanovich. 4 on the shot clock. And stolen by James. And now the fast break. LeBron with the ball. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
Kevin Love has been in the league long enough to understand that down low, contact happens. Back in 2008, Kevin Love was drafted with the 5th pick by Memphis and then traded to Minnesota, and he became the Timberwolves star player in a hurry. But they couldn't surround him with the kind of talent necessary to make it out of the lottery in the Western Conference.
Grab a screen on Love. A step back shot here. Great tee that time from Love. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Outside Thomas. On the wing, James. And stolen by Bogdanovich. The feed to Hield. Outside Hill. It's up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Well, at least
He
need my
comes away
double-double.
with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what is going to be the focus offensively going into the second half?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
How am I plus 18?
As we begin the second half. First half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there was a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And 5 more blocks or 2 more points.
Counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Wells is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Garbage Man in at the center, locking down the middle. Nice work there, coming off the screen. Bogdanovich has got the first basket of the second half. That one for Sacramento. Thomas against Hill. Thomas kicks to Wells. The shot comes out. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They host the Spurs after this one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Bogdanovich against James. And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
Where the hell is he going? He's going to get the basketball. Come on. I ain't got all day.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Just 5 on the clock. Bogdanovich misses the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 18. James outside. Outside Thomas. Pass to Wells. Offensive rebound. Garbage Man. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Nice job. Put some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That free throw good from Garbage Man. Brent, all things being equal, do you like the idea of sending everyone to the defensive glass to avoid giving away second chance points? Or do you like leaking a guy or two out in transition, hoping for the best?
I don't think the leak out is a good idea at all, Kevin. You got to have 5 guys attentive to any possession. Most coaches in the NBA will tell you that a possession is not a stop until you collect the defensive rebound.
Sacramento shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And so Webb nails both of them. The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. Thomas a screen. LeBron kicks to Thomas. Floats it up for James.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Now that looked easy. 2 of the easier points for LeBron James in this ball game.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. There's the pick. Hill dishes to Hill. Bogdanovich against LeBron. They kick out to Hill. Sinks the three-pointer. Hill's got 5 points so far.
Well, Hill can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Here's Thomas. Kukas with the block. And now the Kings, fast break, lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James has got his 5th rebound in this one.
One made 3 for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mason, he checked in for Hill. And Cleveland also making a change. Crowder's checked in.
Crowder.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting here courtside with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Yeah, I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Mason kicks to Bogdanovich. And it's off from 3-point range.
Look, if they want any shot at winning this game, he has to be better out there.
Well, that one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. He's got 10.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Bogdanovich against LeBron. Webb a screen on Crowder. Dishes it to Webb. Lock at 6. Healed from outside. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Thomas kicks to Wells. Here's the screen. The three from Thomas. And he goes in for the dunk.
And every offensive board is an extra possession. If you're trying to compete from this far down, you cannot allow that.
Yeah, second chance points are demoralizing, especially after you worked hard to get the stop in the first place.
Back to Bogdanovich. And stolen by LeBron. Stolen by Webb. Tries again. And Bogdanovich with a finish inside. Bogdanovich has got 15 points.
Bucket earned, out-muscling and out-hustling everybody for the rebound.
Thomas kicks to Wells. Cavaliers working now with a fresh shot clock. Second chance shot, and James with the layup. James has got 7 now in this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Webb the pass to Mason. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, it's been a heck of a recent stretch for these guys. The centers and power forwards averaging the most points in their position in the last 10 games. And to look at Garbage Man, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
Jackson, he's checked in for Sacramento. And then for Cleveland, Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for LeBron. Smith comes in for Wells. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Thomas. Crowder kicks to Rose. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Oh, come on.
Just shocked that he missed that layup. Not a lot of defense there.
And the Kings making a change here. Collie Steins checked
Just
in.
me hitting the wrong
Kings
button.
trail by 20. There's the screen.
I don't know what I was trying to do there.
Smith against Mason. And off the front, and in it goes. 11 points in the game.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
Rose attacking, passes it to Garbage Man.
What the hell is that?
Jackson. There's the dish to Collie
What the
Stein.
flying fuck was that?
And 2 free throws go.
Are you fucking serious?
One to go with all the content.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Bogdanovich. Putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I have no idea what happened with that
Across the
dunk.
board right
Because
now,
no one
he's
blocked
just doing
it.
a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Costa Koufis. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The Kings trail by 18. Bogdanovich dishes to Mason. Bogdanovich passes to Mason. Here's Papagiannis. There's the pick. Kicks it to Mason. The 11-footer. No good on that one. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Rose kicks to Crowder. Thompson passes to Garbage Man. It's stolen.
Man,
Mason against Rose.
not having a good game offensively. Defensively, I'm doing fine.
11 points in the game. Holly Stein dishes to Mason. Holly Stein with a screen on Rose. Here's Mason. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Mason's got 13.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Rose kicks to Crowder. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. The Cavaliers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Well, 9
And
for
as a
10.
unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And the second free throw, good. Brett, the NBA has a new CBA, now a collective bargaining agreement. How big a win is this for everyone involved?
I don't think the league has been in a better situation than it is right now, Kevin. And for the fact that labor discussions all took place behind closed doors without anything sneaking out underneath them, I think it was great for the league. It's been great for Adam Silver. It's been great for the Players Association. So it's nice to see the train keep rolling.
Feeds to Smith. And the pass to Garbage Man. Picked him clean.
Bitch, my basketball.
15 points for Garbage Man.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed cutters, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
Rose against Mason. Crowder, the pass to Garbage Man. Back to Crowder. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
I picked up my dribble, so I might as well.
By 18.
I wasn't about to shoot it from back there.
Setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Mason kicks to Papagiannis. He dishes it to Mason. Stolen by Rose. Lays it in off the breakaway. Rose has got 6 points.
And Derrick Rose, so quick out of the gates. When he sees open floor ahead, he's at full sprint in the blink of an eye.
Here's Papagiannis. Second chance effort, and he lays it up and in.
Some help,
He has not been
guys.
able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Rose dishes to Crowder. Thompson passes to Garbage Man. Smith outside. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the baseline, and the shot falls short this time.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. You need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the three.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pass to Garbage Man. Back to Rose. Over Mason. Takes the 12-footer and hits. 8 points for Derrick Rose.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Mason with it. Out guarded by Crowder. Mason kicks to Papagiannis. He feeds it to Bogdanovich. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Help!
A lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Well, Tyronn Lue still pretty much new to the coaching ranks, but a tremendous amount of experience from his playing career. He won titles with Kobe and Shaq in Los Angeles for the Lakers, played alongside Michael Jordan in Washington, and he's seen LeBron James bring a title back to Cleveland. That's a lot of championship experience for Ty Lue.
The shot's good. Garbage Man's got 17 now. The Kings trail by 20. Pick up by Hill. Mason the pass to Papagiannis. He kicks it to Hill. Stein a screen. From the top of the key, shots good from Mason.
It came off his
15
hand really
points in
weird.
the game. And Brett, you talk about Cavs coach Tyronn Lue, having played with those greats, he knows how to win.
Well, he's never been intimidated by any player that he's suited up with, and certainly relished any of the opportunities to make contributions as a member of the teams that he played for. So he recognizes all those things, and I think he also recognizes the tremendous opportunity in front of him to coach one of the game's all-time greats in LeBron James.
Outside Hill. Wide open look. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. Let's check in for Sacramento. We've got George Hill, Webb out there with Cauley Stein. Then there's Kufis, and it's Hield in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Pass to Hill. Cauley Stein with the screen for Hill. 3-pointer Hield. And James pulls it down.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been
Nice
impressive.
Kev.
Kevin Love showing off a bit
an
of his
easy shot.
moxie there and some experience there, overpowering the defense with some of his strength.
Hill kicks to Hield. The feed to Kufis. Now here's Hield. And the layup's good off the glass. Hield's got 12 points here in the second half.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Thomas kicks to Well. Love with the screen for Wells. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate the IQ of Wells. Working well off the screen, getting in prime position to score. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They set the pick. Cauley Stein a screen. And here's Hill for 3. Rebound by Garbage Man. Garbage Man's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. It's tipped, and that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley Stein.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for the Kings. Tipped away. Here's Hield. Dishes it to Bogdanovich. Pass to Hill. Back to Bogdanovich. Webb a screen on Love. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Off target on the outside leaner.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Love with the screen on Hill. The pass to Garbage Man. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
And when Wells spots,
I don't know where my
his
defender
guys
was, but
wide
I'll take
open,
it.
Doesn't hesitate at all. Just gets it over before the D can react.
Outside Bogdanovich.
Oh, shouldn't have gone behind the back.
And here's James. And the layup is good. James has got 28.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Hill dishes to Kufis. Here's the pick. Brett, if your team won't be competing for a championship, talk about the balance between giving your first-round picks or young players the playing time they need to develop against making them earn their minutes. That's a very fragile movement back and forth.
I agree, Kevin. Such a tight rope to walk because you don't want to upset veterans on your team who still want to go out and compete on a nightly basis. And you also want to make sure that your rookies just aren't opening the door for them to go out and do whatever it is they want to do on the floor because of your team's situation. So I think that's where the communication between the coach and the staff and how it is that the player is developing, you just don't dole out the minutes for that player's progression.
And the Cavaliers
Get a good shot contention test for that.
big run right now, going for an 11-2. Of right side. Now Thomas. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Yorgos Papagiannis is checked in for Webb. Malachi Richardson comes in for Bogdanovich. Jackson, he's checked in for Heel. And it's Mason in for George Hill. They set the pick. Off the screen. No good that time. Excellent D there from Garbage Man. Smith wide open. He fired. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Thomas got his 6th assist on the night. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Mason with it.
Back.
Shoots from 8. And it's Kufus missing.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
Here is Garbage Man. Here's Zizic. Got a hand on it. Now, here's Richardson. Here's the screen. Hey, Brett, we've seen a number of super teams created via free agency or trade. Do you think that's good for the league?
I think it's great for the league. I think it's awesome to see some of the great players play on the same court together and some of the chemistry that creates. But what's been interesting over the course of the last couple seasons, Kevin, is that we've had these young marquee players stepping up in environments and with organizations now that are must-see TV. So aside from the super teams, there are young players carrying their team to hopefully greater and greater heights that keep you interested in all 30 teams in the league.
Yep, that one goes. Here's Thomas. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Pass to Garbage Man. Zizic passes to Thomas. Smith for 3. Smith missing again. Smith's gone 2 for 7 from the field. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A horrible screen.
Mason against Thomas. There's a good screen. Shots good from Mason.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
Horrible this game.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Garbage Man.
Well, a consistent intensity is what he brought to the floor here. He hit the glass hard, and he came up with a ton of rebounds.
Giles checked in for Costa Goulas. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Derrick Rose is checked in for Thomas. Here's Rose.
Oh, yeah, bitch.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless.
There's like
in
no
this
one in
game
the
or
arena
tide
anymore.
Can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and a lot of contact on
Oh, come on.
All the officials are all over that one.
And that one falls for Mason. Good on both. And here's Rose. 32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Garbage Man, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
Tonight they have stuck with what they do well, handling all the exterior pressure, and they're likely to come out on top here.
Richardson, good.
And finally, hitting their stride. This is the run they needed earlier.
Well, easier to do once the game is on ice, as your opponent sometimes has a tendency to relax.
Now Rose. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
Points per game, I shouldn't move.
Kevin, thank you. Another
how that works.
double for you this year, points and rebounds. Now, is that something you're looking to do when you go out there?
Well, you know, I try and come out and help the team get a win whenever I can. I know we're at our best when I'm cleaning up missed shots and, you know, finishing plays. And it's all about getting wins. And if a double-double is what it takes, then, you know, that's what I'll give to the team.
Well, it's what it took tonight. Congrats on the win, guys.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time.
Boo-boo. Why are you here? Wow. I haven't seen Boo-boo.
Not now. Look on the bright side, man.
What bright side?
It's one game. The best way to be in this league a long time is to get forgetful about games like this.
You've been in the league for like 4 years.
4 years longer than you.
13-year
You want to
vet.
be in this league a long time, you got to forget about games like this. Coach kept you in the game. If I turn the ball over 2 times, he's tying me to the bench. He believes in you, fam.
So that seems weird because I've had 2 turnovers before in a game and I've never got that cutscene before. What do you want, Brian? I really don't need money at this rate, so I've been just giving it to charity.